All right, so are we ready?
We're rolling.
All right. So
It's time again for the Mikey Now.
All right.
yeah, welcome to the MikeyNAlPodcast.
I'm Mikey.
I'm Al.
And I'm Nick.
All right.
And we're here.
Thanks for joining us today. First and foremost, we want to give a shout out to people who actually, participated in our free giveaway. We have 2 shirts today. Mikey is going to be picking out of a little jar who the winner is. So
Drum roll, please.
wish you guys all the best of luck, and thank you guys for absolutely following us and subscribing. So, Mike, who do we got?
Shieldings 8.
Skeldings 8.
Skeldings 8. S-K-E-L-D-I-N-G-S.
We'll put it up on the screen so
we'll
that
put
we
it
get
on
the
the
exact
screen,
one.
God bless Gilding.
I can't see or read.
We will be sending you that shirt
Shortly.
Shortly.
We'll be sending you that short shortly.
Yeah, shortly. Say that 10, 15 times.
Okay, ready? Drum roll, swish.
We got the drum roll. Nobody's doing the drum. Now that you got see the whole entire time, he's got like these little things he could do on air. He doesn't do them,
and he could get rid of some of that extra energy.
Exactly. So I mean, that would be the point to do it, though, Nick. You didn't do it at that point. What is going on with that?
I've got another winner.
So the entire time we're like, okay. Yeah. It could have been the drum roll thing. He didn't do it. Why
and
is
keep
that?
it smooth. Yeah, like your cue's late. And he's got a background in theater. I don't. Neither do you. All right. The next winner is Panda the Bear.
Panda the Bear.
Yep.
That is
congrats, Panda.
Yeah, congrats, Panda.
Tagline in terms of it. So we have those 2 shirts. Proud to give them away.
Yep,
We'd love.
right
I mean, we're going to have a lot more merch coming up and whatnot. So we just want you guys to. Give us a shout out, follow us, subscribe to us, but
recommend us and comment.
Yeah.
Right?
There's a lot going on nowadays.
At MikeyNAlPodcast.
We're trying to follow what's going on in the world and whatnot. You know what interesting?
And we're trying to keep you informed because
Right.
we know.
One interesting thing that I saw, Mike. Did you see the Elon Musk? No, is his name? Yeah, Musk and Zuckerberg.
Yeah,
These are 2 billionaires who own. I mean, the companies that they own.
Musk
big
and Zuckerberg.
tech companies.
Musk is.
I don't know who's going to. They came together and they thought, okay, you know what? We're going to do something. We're going to fight each other. We're going to do a UFC thing. And
really?
Dana White is all over it because Dana White's like, you know what? This could be the biggest charity event in the history of the UFC because you got 2 guys who don't know shit about fighting.
Yeah.
But they're going to come together and they're going to do it for charity. And I'm wondering who would win. You got Elon Musk, who's a little bit bigger. Then you got Zuckerberg.
Well, are they going to be wearing like ridiculously big gloves and have restrictions, or are they going to go all out? Like 4-ounce gloves.
I think they mean it.
I
think they mean it.
Really?
I think Zuckerberg has the fighting advantage, but he does weigh significantly less. Musk.
I think Musk is a sleeper.
I really do.
I think Musk could take him. Like he'll take
really
he'll take a bunch of shots and he'll be like, oh, ow, 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 and then the pain will take over because he's on psychotropes or whatever, right?
Psychotrope.
Yeah, whatever shit all these wealthy guys are on. He's on like kids' blood.
Yeah,
right. He's on like embryonic. Okay, forget it. Forget going down that.
The CRISPR,
right? Yeah. So he's he's all juiced up, but these guys are not really aggressive types. They're smart.
You know what it is? They probably have a lab that they go to at the end of the night, and it's like almost like Batman, where they're just sitting there and they get filled.
Yeah, they go to sleep and train.
Yeah,
like,
they get like
they're
like fucking sleeping, they're cryogenics kind of a thing. And when you got that kind of money, you're worth $40-50 billion. What does it matter, right?
Yeah, you go train in outer space.
Yeah, you go train
out.
Wanted space.
To, right?
Our man, like Michael Jackson, didn't he sleep in like some kind of a fucking fluid kind of a thing? Or
some weird chamber. Yeah, I think. Filled with like heroin and his own piss.
Look, Michael Jackson and sleeping.
Heroin and his own piss.
Something
to be
like
honest
that.
With you, I wouldn't doubt that actually occurred.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you have to come up with some kind
like
of bullshit that makes you significant. And you're like, okay, what is going to help me? I think I may sleep in my own piss and heroin. And that probably would do it. But at the end of the day, I did see Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
training.
Yeah.
He looks jacked.
He looks good.
He looks jacked.
Really?
Yeah.
And then what's up with Musk?
Musk looks a little bit more. Musk is a bigger guy.
Yeah.
But
is he
he looks
cubicle
a little more
flabby,
punchy.
or is he like,
Looks
you
a
know,
little punchier.
He is.
But I do agree with Nick in the aspect that I think Musk has the height and the weight advantage.
Okay. Does he have the reach?
The age, though.
Zuckerberg, man, he's got some people who are training him that are no joke.
Guys, it's
Yeah,
the age. It's the age. 32 years old, 59 years old. Musk is 59.
Oh, I didn't know
Zuckerberg
that.
is
He's 59?
32, yeah.
I thought Musk
Oh
was
my
like 23.
No, Musk is older than that.
You
He
can't
got the
tell
hair
his age?
plugs. You got
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he got the hair plugs. He got the face done.
He does have like the George
How
Lucas
how
kind
old
of
is- how old
cornball
is-
thing going.
You know, yeah, I mean, you mean Mark?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's 32.
and Musk is 59.
59.
59?
That's
What?
like elder abuse.
You know
Well,
what it
I
is?
got to tell you, yeah. Zuckerberg ought to be ashamed of himself.
Exactly.
Zuckerberg
you-
has the...
you
Like beating
can't-
up his fucking father.
52.
yeah.
Yeah.
52 still, that's what, a 20-something, you know.
What a fucking dick.
You're talking about the difference between being in your prime
Yeah,
and like
32,
being
40.
way out of your prime where something's going to snap.
Hold on, wait a minute. So we're talking about 27-year age difference?
Yeah.
That's
thought they were the
fucked
same
up. I didn't
age.
know that.
Yeah. No, they're not the same
Shame
age.
on you, Zuckerberg, you cocksucker.
Yeah.
But not
Yeah.
for this. For all the
Hey,
other various
bully.
human rights violations
Yeah.
that you've made. Not just this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
not just this.
Just because you got billions doesn't mean you can just throw your weight around, you
So
asshole.
let's...
Yeah,
we're
beat
gonna
up an
cut.
old dude.
The AC's
All
still
right,
on.
time
We're
out.
going to
Hold
cut
on.
and reset to the AC. All right.
I
Way better.
I think the age difference is a big factor there. Yeah, I don't think that's cool. That's like, putting someone in the Masters up against
Yeah, it's like me beating up somebody who's 80.
It's like
someone who plays
man
high school golf.
it's like a man joining a women's sport.
Yeah.
True.
Well,
That's a whole nother
I
topic.
don't know how to feel.
Men and women's sports.
I don't know if I'm allowed to comment.
I don't know if
on
I'm
that.
allowed to comment on that.
I'll
either.
comment on it. Yeah, I will. I'll say it. I don't give a
Yeah,
shit.
I'll let you. You go ahead.
Let women. You know what? I think what's his name, McEnroe, said it best. If women want to compete with men, they should have one sport. They shouldn't have an alternate sport. They should have two. They should have one sport. Let the men. I mean, when you think about Serena Williams, I think McEnroe said it best. He said, "You know what? If she was to play sports, or at least to be competing with a guy in the tennis realm who was top 50."
Yep.
She would
Lose.
she would get her ass kicked.
Yeah.
So what is right
Did
or wrong?
McEnroe
What
get
is
flack for
wrong
this,
with
or-
saying that? I don't get it anymore.
McEnroe get in trouble for this, or?
He did. He got a little flack.
But I mean, it's not like it's wrong. There's just a biological difference there. And I'm not talking politics. I'm saying there is a clear biological differentiation between male
It's a very,
testosterone, muscle growth.
course.
it's a very
and female.
touchy subject.
It is a touchy subject.
Yeah, because
It
as
is.
soon as you bring up even a say a hypothetical like that, you know what I mean? People get they get insulted.
It's all about testosterone. It really is. I mean, think about it. I mean, what do you see in the movies nowadays? I mean, you think you have a lot of women characters nowadays who are like the forefront in terms of like all these Marvel comic book kind of a thing. I'm not against it. I think it's great. But at the end of the day, when you position a woman against a man in a sport, it's not going to be that pretty. I think it's the men are going to
Someone's going to get hurt.
Someone's going to get hurt, you know. So I don't know.
Depending
how
on the sport, too, you know.
Yeah. So I don't know how you do
Professional
that.
football, you're really going to be in trouble.
I got you. You know what? Thinking about age, were you not? I think you took a plane one time with Steven Tyler, right?
I did, yeah. We shared a private jet for a wealthy guy
He's-
that a wealthy guy sent.
I got to say, for a guy
dude.
of his age, he's kept himself up well.
Yeah,
He really
and
does.
pretty relevant.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in his 70s.
Is he in his 70s already?
Yeah.
How was he? Was he a cool dude?
Yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, real sweet. Everybody met. He sang to.
How did that
Like,
collaborate?
some
I mean-
people would awkwardly come up to him, and be like, hey, can you talk to my aunt on the phone?
Oh, really? And he was cool with that?
Yeah, and I think instead of having to speak for a long time, he would just hit like a, loving an elevator.
How cool would that be, man?
Cool as hell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So would you fly out of Newark or whatnot?
Flew out of Stewart right here in Newburgh.
Out of Stewart.
Yeah.
So how did that come together? So I mean, it was one of those things where Steven, was he doing a concert or?
No, it was for a wealthy Harley dealership owner
Okay.
in Florida. who
All right.
wanted to have a big spectacular kind of party that he was throwing for himself.
Gotcha.
And he had his private jet pick up Steven Tyler in Boston and then drop here and pick
you
us
guys
up.
up.
Boom, on the commute. Yeah,
So how does that work? Let's say you're walking down the tarmac, and Steven's he's already in the plane. Is he already like, hey, what's going on, Bo? Or is he
Ragdoll,
like,
living in a movie. Okay. I love Ragdoll.
yeah.
I do.
So how does that work? So you get on the plane, you're like, hey, Steven, what's going on? Or was the first intro that you met him or whatnot?
Yeah, I met him. You know, you always see him, meet him, and he's just sitting there, he's kind of quiet. And you start talking, you know.
Yeah.
And you realize you're kind of like similar. He's
he
from
have any-
Yonkers. My father's from Yonkers, so I think they had like a
I didn't know that. I didn't know he was
similar
from
root
Yonkers.
thing going on there.
Yeah. I think that's great. So did he have any people with him, or he was just by himself?
He had nobody with him. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, traveling solo.
Wow.
No entourage or anything.
No entourage.
Yeah.
So what'd you guys do on the plane? I mean, just hang out, listen to music, that kind of thing?
Hang out, yeah. Yeah, talk about once we became pretty friendly, we started asking about
I
the
think
rock
that's
and roll life, you know.
You know, you got to save those kind of things, because at the same time, when you go to a concert, let's say you go to an Aerosmith concert, you got to bank that. You got to be like, you know what, Steve, if I come to a concert, I got to go backstage, that kind of a thing.
We did, yeah, he invited us backstage, actually.
Really?
Yeah, to one of his shows. Lenny Kravitz had opened for him.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, and we were hanging out with him backstage, and he said, like, you know, he's going to, like the 8th song or something, he's going to put on an OCC hat and ask my dad out on the stage, you know.
Did he really?
Yeah, and it got late, and my father was like, fuck this, I'm going home.
Oh no.
Yeah, I swear to God. And it came, this is Continental Airlines Arena. You know, it's like, hey. Yeah, and he's like, hey, all right, you know, I'm putting this hat on. He puts the hat on, starts dancing around, you know, it's an OCC hat.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and he's like, and ladies, without interruption, Paul Sr., you know,
just-
nothing.
Oh no.
Yeah, made him.
You
made him
should have
look
came
like
out.
like a jerk.
Were you
We
still there or
left.
not?
No, he left. If my father got tired, he'd be like, "Oh, fuck this, we're going." It's like, whoa, wait a second, man. The president's waiting for us.
You know what? Your
or
pop,
whatever, you know.
The old man's like that, though. When
Yeah.
he's had enough, he's like, fuck it, I'm going. It
'Cause
doesn't matter who's
He was
out
almost retired when we started doing the
Yeah.
show. He was like 58, you know.
there. Yeah. He's like that, though. I
Yeah.
don't care if it's the president. Like, when he's tired and he wants to go home, he's going to go home.
He gets crabby for. I'm done. I'm done.
Really? So
I'm
you were
leaving.
there.
I'm
So
gone.
did he actually put the
damn.
hat on and all that? He was like,
Yeah.
hey, we got Paul Sr.
Yeah.
coming out.
Yeah, it's like I think there was like a
Just
30-second
crickets.
pause because I think we watched the video on the web the next day or something, you know. And he's like, I'll wear it anyways." He was nice enough to wear the
that's
hat.
great.
Yeah, even though the old man just ditched.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's like fucked up.
Well, didn't
That's
you
pretty
do that?
funny. I forgot about that.
I think that's a great. I mean, that's a great story. What about Bret Michaels? I know you did the Bret Michaels thing a little bit or whatnot. Because I tell you, my ex,
Yeah.
and she's got a friend of mine. She's got a friend. His name is John. He's a great guy. He follows those 80s bands religiously. He still has a long hair and whatnot. He's a great guy, him and his wife. But he does not miss a Bret Michaels concert. He does not miss a Winger concert. He
Rat,
doesn't admit.
right?
Yeah, he's like the 80s bands or his thing.
Yeah.
And sometimes I tease. I'm like, you know what? I know Mikey, you know, he's friends with Bret Michaels to a certain degree because I know you had a little encounter with him as well.
Yeah.
But this guy is just over the top with these groups. So
Yeah.
how did that happen with Bret Michaels, with you guys?
Well, we met Bret at a bike event in Myrtle Beach Bike Week.
Okay.
Yeah, he was doing an appearance at the same club we were at.
Okay.
And in the evening, you know, it was a nice club, so you could kind of like have the nice area upstairs where you get kind of like loaded.
Are you guys just
for
sort
free.
of like VIP'd off to everybody? I mean, there's not everybody coming up to you guys, right? I mean, you guys are sort of like in your own.
Kind of. Yeah, after a little while, they'll, you know, that because it died. Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
they kind of block off.
Okay.
But you want to be as nice as you can, you know.
Yeah.
But after a while, then you just sit down. But we got to sit down and talk with Bret.
Now, is he imbibing, or is he, you just
I think he was drinking a little.
drinking a little bit?
Yeah.
He always seems like he's got the hat on.
He's
He's
a
got
level-headed guy.
Is he really?
Yeah, he seemed very low-key and like humbly, very humbly, what do you call it, shy almost.
He seems that way a little bit.
Yeah.
He's always gone. I wonder if he stuck. I've heard this.
But then he gets on stage, he's like,
he's
win
off the
big.
chart.
Bombs.
Yeah. So what did he asked you to come out or something like that on stage?
Yeah, he asked me to stay, if I was staying the next night, if I could come out on stage and sing Nothing But a Good Time with him.
Dude, that would have been awesome.
Yeah, it would have been cool as hell.
So
And
why
I
didn't
don't
you do
even
that
like
this time?
hair bands, but I liked Poison because I thought they could write a good melody, they have good hooks and shit, So that got kiboshed by my old man. He's like, you're not staying here.
He's like, you're
They're
not
like, we
staying.
could fly him back the next day. Hooters Air. And I was like, Hooters has an airline? They're like, yeah, no problem, man.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, that's fucking funny.
Got kiboshed.
So give us a little more about Bret. So you're talking to him. What was his demeanor? I mean, what were you guys talking about? Were you talking about music? Were you talking about the show? Was he asking about OCC?
Well,
How did that
it was a
develop?
loud club, so we couldn't really strike up too much of a conversation. Yeah.
All right. Was he sort of?
And I was drunk. So
did he
maybe
have
it
an
wasn't loud so much as I was drunk as hell.
So you guys shot it up together, maybe a few shots or
Yeah,
something
a
like
couple
that? That's
shots,
cool.
man. I don't think he's a heavy drinker, though.
No?
No, I don't think he
Well,
parties
he had
hard.
an episode. I think he had some. He had, if I'm not mistaken, some kind of aneurysm that really it was a health scare for him for quite some time.
Really?
Yeah. And he survived that. From what I understand, he was, it was pretty intense for a moment.
On the ropes.
And again, I will tell you that my ex is just over the top with Bret Michaels and whatnot. And he does put on a good show.
Loves him. Yeah, he's a good-looking
Yeah.
guy, long hair, doing high
Yeah.
kicks and shit, you
Yeah.
know, his fucking pyrotechnics. The
Yeah.
chicks dug it then.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wears the tight pants, puts the banana in his fucking
Oh,
pants.
God bless him.
Yeah.
Even if he
Makes his
doesn't,
dick look larger.
even if that's,
Why are you
even if
looking
it's
at
his
his
wiener.
dick?
I'm
Hey,
not, but
take it easy.
people do.
But why are you? No,
He's like 5'4" or some shit like that. I don't know. He's not
no
is he a big guy.
he might be shorter.
You know what?
Look
I'm not.
up,
I
Bret
mean,
Michaels'
he really,
height.
He's
he really
5'3".
seems like. a
I think
cool
our
dude.
viewers want to know Bret Michaels' height.
He's actually 4'11". No.
No, he's not.
He's
got
shorter than the
mascara.
guy from Hall and
He-
Oates.
It's
He
actually
is-
just forced perspective.
He
He's
is
3
the
feet.
quintessential '80s fucking hairband dude, and he's a good
Right
guy.
there. Yeah.
Love him. Yeah, I really do.
Yeah, Axel. I wonder if Axl Rose is mean. Is he a mean guy? He seems like an angry redhead and stuff, but you never know.
He does seem mean,
Right? Yeah, like he'll punch you in the
Yeah.
face or something if you go
Yeah.
after him wrong.
He's a
He
5'10".
seems like he's always a little bit upset. How old is he?
5'10". No.
5'55"?
Hey, 5'10".
His height.
Oh,
That was the question.
Ooh,
Yeah, 5'10". Yeah, so he's,
Bret
I
Michaels.
you know what? To be honest with you, I thought he'd be shorter. 5'10"'s pretty good. I mean, that's you know,
Yeah, some people you see is shorter,
yeah.
and then you see them, they're taller.
So let me ask you a question. If you saw Bret again, do you think Bret would probably invite you backstage? I think he would. If you're at a concert.
Oh, maybe if I,
Begged.
no, I'd do a little favor for the roadie
Yeah. That kind of
beforehand, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Because he's playing, I think he's playing Key West, and my ex wants to go down there.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. There's a big show in Key West in January. It's all the 80s bands. It's like Winger, Cinderella, all these fucking
it's like
bands.
hair fest.
Oh, yeah. It's like a big hair fest.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised at how much that is for these tickets. I mean, these tickets are like $500 to $2,000.
Gripes.
And I was like, holy shit, I thought these bands cost like $15, $20
Yeah, they're like
nowadays.
$8 to go see Rat at the Middletown Fairgrounds, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
So I was like, what the fuck?
totally,
But no,
man.
it's-
Skid Row, you know, yeah.
Yeah.
Now they're coming back, though. And the
You know-
people who used to go see him are the people with money now.
That's true.
So I guess
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
So that makes a lot of sense. And don't get me wrong, I love the 80s bands. And Skid Row, speaking of Skid Row, you know the drummer's from Newburgh.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I met him at a charity event.
I've met Rob Afuso a few times. He's a very cool dude. His brother Alan played at OCC many a times. And I think Rob has some kind of a wedding band now. But, I mean, what a talent. I mean, Skid Row was really, really big for a long period of time. So it was cool to get to know Rob a little bit. And, yeah, I think it's, the 80s bands rocked. They kicked ass for a long period of time. But
I asked him, how there was a steep drop off the 80s bands and then it went to grunge. I asked him how he handled that because a lot of people, they fell into hard drugs and they're in misery, you know, because they're shredding and everything, you know, and there's nowhere to play.
I'm still on hard drugs.
And and he said that I said, did you get into a bunch of drugs or anything? He said, I tried that for like a couple weeks, but I'm a lightweight, so then I just went to therapy.
Who, Afuso said that?
Yeah, he's like, I was lightweight, so I just went for therapy. And that worked.
Well, I think when I talked to him, I think that the hard part for him was that Skid Row was really up there for a long period of time. Yeah. And then when they disbanded, you know, he was trying to get them together. But apparently that, you know, Sebastian and I guess the other guys who basically own the Skid Row name.
Oh, yeah, like, falling out kind of thing.
Doing it. They could not handle Sebastian. They just didn't like that guy.
Well, he's like handling David Lee Roth, you know?
Yeah.
I think the lead singer gets under your skin after a little while.
I think you're right.
Right?
Yeah. But I mean, what a missed opportunity because Skid Row in concert, or if they fucking came together, I think they could, you know, in today's world, like you said, because a lot of money is the older people who sort of want to relive the 80s kind of thing, you know, with the whole Motley Crue, Def Leppard tour. That thing sold to the masses. So I think Skid Row could be right up there. But no, unfortunately, no. They didn't. They wouldn't bite on this guy. Sebastian Bach must be a complete prick. I don't know.
I've seen him well, he's definitely a larger-than-life guy. You know what I mean? I think he knows that. But he was on Trailer Park Boys.
He was great in Trailer Park.
He was funny, man. Yeah, he's kind of making fun of his own persona. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Rock and roll.
Yeah. That was probably
me and
one
the
of
guys
best
were
series.
looking for drugs one night.
What happened to those dudes?
I don't know. You know,
they got to be developing some because I tell you that content was great.
Right,
that whole Trailer Park series is
it's
awesome.
kind of hard to beat Trailer Park Boys though.
No,
so
you can't really beat
I
it.
think sometimes you do something so big that you can't follow it up.
Yeah, what's his name? The one with the glasses.
Michael Tuttle.
Yes.
No, who was the guy with
Bubbles.
the glasses? He was like the
Bubbles.
creator of the whole kind of thing. Bubbles. Mm-hmm. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That was unbelievable. Bubbles was awesome. Did you see when they did the whole European thing? They did like a Trailer Park goes to Europe. Oh, it was the funniest shit in the world.
I haven't gotten that far.
There's Big Band.
I found the series late. I only found the series like 2 years ago.
Oh, it's unbelievable. They had the Alex Lifeson from Rush, too, on that, too. Yeah, so they got a lot of Canadian play on that.
Really?
It was just a great series.
It was popular here, too, right?
I mean, I watched the whole thing. How can you not? And who was the guy who was the manager of the Leahy? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Holy shit. I've never seen somebody play a drunk.
Yeah, better
Than that guy.
Hey, Ricky. Yeah.
I almost want to think that he was
a
drunk.
Shit storm.
Absolutely.
He did
going to shit town, Ricky.
I wonder how he died.
You were going down to shit town.
Alcoholism, that would be
shit
terrible.
storm coming, Ricky.
Exactly.
And then who was his assistant?
With the cheeseburgers and the fucking fat belly.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, I think it was Ricky.
No,
Randy. Good call, man.
Yeah, thanks, Randy.
And then he would go on. He'd go on sabbaticals where he would be fucking sober for about 3 or 4 weeks.
Yep.
Sort of like me. And then fucking, he would just drop into it. He'd be like fucking. He'd be funny as shit.
He apparently passed away of a short and unexpected illness.
Did he?
In 2017.
I feel bad about talking about it. But we're not talking about anything mean. We're saying that this guy was creative as shit.
Let's talk about you, Al.
Yes.
About
This weekend, I hear that you went to Billy Joe's in Newburgh on the waterfront.
I did. I went to Billy Joe's, and Billy Joe's, who, if nobody knows about Billy Joe's, you know, the waterfront in Newburgh is sort of a young crowd, right?
Yeah.
Would you guesstimate that?
Very much.
Yeah. So I went there, and it was entertaining. But, I mean, there's such a young crowd there. I think the age gap is probably from 30 and below.
It's got to be tough. Like, not drinking, I don't have to worry about going out because I don't go out.
Yeah.
But I do miss that aspect because that's where you meet the ladies. However, we're getting old.
We're getting older. It's a
Right?
little, it's a little tough. It's interesting because I had two two girls who came up and wanted to talk to me.
Yeah.
But they were a little older, so
Okay.
I sort of shunned them off.
Yeah.
And
Well, older than you?
No, they're probably in their. I would say probably late 40s, that kind of a thing.
Okay.
You know?
So you had your hot shit like mojo going, right?
Well, you think. You
Yeah,
think.
sure.
And then there was another girl that I thought was attractive. And I was like, oh, you let me go over and say hello to this person.
Yeah.
And so when I went over there, she I didn't say, I just said, hey, what's up? And she sort of turned her back.
Yeah.
Have you ever had that happen? She sort of turned her back. It wasn't like there was no comments. There was no like, hey, I'm with somebody, or
I have.
I have this or
It
whatnot.
stings.
She just turned
It
her
stings.
back. I was like, oh
Yeah.
shit.
You feel your scalp tingle, like itch, sweat itch, like you just ate hot sauce. Yeah, then your
was
face
like,
turns red, and you're like, "Fuck, I'm hideous."
And then you're
And
like,
it's the truth compared to what you were, at least. Yeah.
So true.
Oh God.
It's so true. And I walked off and I thought to myself, holy shit, if I could handle this, I can handle any rejection.
But no, it's never happened to me. No, it hasn't.
I was gonna say.
Well, you're
Bold.
Mikey Tuttle.
And you don't want to seem
Do
like
you
a
ever
creep.
do that, though? Have you ever done that, hey, I'm Mikey Tuttle kind of a thing?
Never.
You never done that?
No.
Not even at some of the bike events?
No. Not to say I didn't. If the girl knew me, I didn't. I used.
Of course you got to use that.
Use it, but never like, hi, I'm Mike Tuttle.
Mike,
I couldn't.
That would be
I
so
could never
fucked
take it
up.
that seriously.
Yeah.
I've used
You know,
it.
Yeah.
but people do that, and I guess it works. I don't know. I don't think I couldn't do that.
I don't think you could do it either because
Mike,
I just know you. You wouldn't.
Hi.
You wouldn't do that.
I've done it. I had a girl interested in me. I think it was only because I was connected with Paul.
Really?
Yeah, I think.
That's
She's like, I
nice.
watched that show growing up. I loved that show. It was my favorite show.
And then that was a segue to Nick. No, you didn't.
We didn't end up, doing anything interesting. But
did you
she
kiss?
was only probably interested in me at that point because of the connection to you guys.
Did
Really?
you tongue kiss or
No,
date?
we did not. We did not date. But it was a matter of like.
I tell you what, we got some
Does it
play
matter
in Europe. Though.
someone being interested?
But
yeah,
I keep
strictly
telling
because of
every
association.
Every single girl I meet, though, hey, have you heard of American Chopper?
You know what? What is that, though? Let's think about that. The American chopper versus OCC choppers. Because I've seen people, a lot of people are like, OCC choppers, that in California? You've gotten that shit before, too, right?
Yeah, quite a bit.
There's like a disparity in thinking where OCC actually came from. You know what I mean? So OCC and American choppers, that's two different series. Am I correct?
No.
No, they were two separate brands within the same series.
Okay.
American Chopper is the name of the series.
American Chopper, it was the name of the series and the brand owned by Discovery
Yep. Orange County Choppers
for
is the
licensing
brand.
and marketing.
How did I miss that one?
Senior owned. You worked there. I don't know.
I don't know how I missed that one.
Well,
I really
it's an
don't.
odd thing. You would assume that what you said would be
Wow.
it, right?
I would think
it
that
is.
too.
Yeah, it was a marketing thing, I guess.
And everybody thought it was. But because I grew up in Orange County, New York, I didn't know there was an Orange County, California.
I knew there was an Orange County, California, but a lot of people, especially when we were in Europe, when Mike and I went to Europe, a lot of people thought we were in
California,
Orange County,
right?
California.
Yeah,
You did get some play in Europe, though. I will tell you that.
I did okay.
Yeah,
I did okay.
yeah. We won't go into that, but he did okay.
Lovely.
Yeah, but when we got
Lovely
off
lady
the,
there. I fell in love there.
he did.
She didn't love me.
Oh,
Okay,
stop.
Broad.
You studied abroad while abroad?
It's broad.
Hold on.
No,
Why is this going limp on me?
Well, we all 1 in 10 men.
God
damn it.
Ronies.
All right. So are we good? Okay.
You never hear about
So
that
anyway-
anymore. They must have cured it.
They must have cured the curve.
Yeah, the German curve.
It was.
All right. So anyway, we're going California.
California.
Are we going California? All right. So anyway, so California is, in terms, a lot of people are getting confused with OCC being in California.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because it's the Orange County choppers kind of a thing, so they think about Orange.
Yeah,
But
Orange
when we
County
were in
also
Europe, they
Florida.
didn't get- what's that?
It's also been mistaken for Orange County, Florida.
That's true.
Just where
That's true.
You know, down
But
there.
I will tell you, I was surprised the first time we went to Europe. I was really, really surprised. I guess because how the series is developing over there. Because there's a lot of people. It was on D-Max over in Germany and other places in Europe. They had that same channel. The reception we got was just extreme. It was just unbelievable. And you obviously were very, very well received too. Remember when we did that thing in Fockhamsay? Fockhamsay was just off the hook.
Oh, yeah.
It was
Yeah, that's
just
the
really-
biggest bike event in Europe, right?
It was.
Yeah.
It was. And it is. Remember when we had that rental car and we're fucking coming down? We were on zero gas and we were trying to get to the gas station. We were literally on zero, but thank God we're sort of on a slant
Yeah, super
coming down
steep.
the hill. Yeah.
Yep. Pretty much
we
ran out at the
literally
pump.
just maneuvered into the fucking gas station. That was great. But then we had that. Remember that middle place that we went to? It was between Fockhamsay and the place that we were staying at, which looked like a house from.
Like a gingerbread house.
It looked like a gingerbread house from, like, Gone with the Wind.
Yeah.
Or something like that. It was just gorgeous. But then we went to that middle place.
Uh-huh.
It was like that middle town, and I think your dad was a little pissed because we fucking left and he went back home, and we went out and partied. But we went to that middle place with that lady. Remember that lady? The guy who owned the place made us grilled cheeses.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the guy, he woke his mother up to make us grilled cheeses.
He woke his mother
It was the
up.
biggest grilled cheeses, two each
biggest
that I've
grilled
ever
cheese in
seen.
the
They were
world.
like a foot by a foot, filled with like the best cheese you ever had in
Oh
your
my
life.
God!
Right?
That Rio.
And then he roped us off in this area, and there's all these people who are looking at us, and then there's this one girl.
Yeah,
Remember
it
that
was
one
like
girl.
psychotic drunk.
Some
You know, when
psychotic,
you could see it.
psychotic blonde girl
Hey.
goes under the rope.
I'm not that
She's
bad.
between Mike and I, but she doesn't talk. So Mike and I were saying, "Hey, what's
What?
going on? What's your name? Whatnot?"
Yeah.
And she would just look at us, and she would.
Yeah, it was
stare
one
at
of
us.
those like, hey, you know this person? I assumed you knew the person. You know?
I thought you invited
You know?
her.
I think we have a picture of that chick. I mean, she was fucked.
She was fucked up.
She was fucked up.
Yeah.
We could have
Europe's
probably
good for
did
that,
some
man. They
damage
got
with
the
her
most
that
fucked
night.
up people.
As us,
Or the
being
people who were the most fucked up on alcohol.
Yeah, exactly. But us being the gentlemen that we were, we just got more fucked up, and we
Yep.
eventually went home.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't even know how we got home. that
Ate
night,
those
but
grilled cheeses.
good stuff. Anyway,
All right, everybody, like or post or comment. Like, comment, post. All right, everybody, thank you. This is.
hey guys, I think that's a wrap today. Looking forward to seeing you guys next week. Please subscribe, follow us at MikeyNAlPodcast.com, and just love you guys following us.
So close. Follow us at Mikey Now Podcast. Just
What is
at
it?
Mikey. No.com.
Oh, you want to do it?
You don't have to redo the entire thing. You can just say the
fo-
like. Follow us. Yeah, you say the follow us.
Follow us. Okay. Follow us at MikeyNAlPodcast.com. .net.
No.
.gov.
Follow us at Mikey and Al Podcast on all social medias. And find the podcast anywhere podcasts are.
Hey, everybody. Okay, I'm going to do it. Ready? Or you want to do it?
Keep fucking it up. If you want to hand it off, I'll do it. I'll fuck it up
You go ahead.
for an hour, man. I don't
but
mind.
you got to do the N.
What is it again?
Follow us
Follow
at
us.
Mikey and Al Podcast.
I'll
And
follow up with you.
That's
okay.
it.
Okay. Follow us. All right. Follow us at Mikey and Al Podcast.
We did
All right.
it.
We did it.
Woo!
Man, but is the end.